Final round of the BRSCC Alfashop Alfa Romeo Championship is just a few minutes away. The cars are leaving the assembly area now. And the first race we saw today was intriguing, I think. We sort of asked more questions than it answered in a way, because we thought Graham Seeger and Barry McMahon, who qualified in the front row, would be fairly well separated. We thought that Seeger would be able to pull away and take an easy victory. And eventually he did win by 8 seconds, but it wasn't over Barry McMahon, it was James Nichols, who actually in qualifying was over 3 seconds away from the pace of Graham Seeger. But that gap was really a lot to do with traffic, and that will be, I think, the key thing in this race, how you deal with the map markers. This is another championship that has multiple classes, 3 different classes. The speed differential between the quickest and the slowest cars is pretty drastic, really. So that will be one of the key things to watch out for. The other thing to watch out for is the fight for the Twin Spark group. They're the cars in the middle of the pack, who are not the quickest cars, but they are the most numerous, and they're often the closest as well. We had a big gaggle of 4 or 5 or 6 cars fighting over the race lead in the first race today. So first race was won by Graham Seeger, but the qualifying is but the grid for this one is set by the race results from that first race. So Seeger with pole and Nichols second, so they'll start on the front row together. We'll have a look at that grid now. So yes, Seeger on pole position then, alongside him is James Nichols. Then third place for Brian Shrub, fourth for Chris Snowden, fifth Vincent Dubois and Andy Robinson sixth, Keith Waite is seventh, and eighth place for George Osborne. Ray Foley was ninth, Ron Davidson 10th, David Lamboon will be in 11th place, and Barry McMahon 12th. Then we skip back to the Twin Spark cars. They'll start a little bit behind the rest of the field. James Ford will be 13th, he's the top Twin Spark car. Matt Daly alongside 14th, Tom Hill is 15th, and James Bishop 16th, second place in the championship going into this race. Dave Messenger is 17th, Andy Hancock 18th, Steve Potts 19th, and James Browning 20th. Andy Inman is 21st, with Stacey Dennis 22nd, Josh Lambert 23rd, and Michael Donahue 24th, that was right the first time. Andrew Bork is 25th, Jeremy Chilton 26th, Paul Webster 27th, and 20th last is Paul Plant. So yes, the first race was won overall by Graham Seeger. He won the modified class. The Power Trophy was won by Keith Waite. He was down in 7th place overall. And the Twin Spark class won by James Ford in 8th. And that was really the closest one. He, Matt Daly, Yellow Alpha 145, Tom Hill, Black and Gold 156, the James Bishop Silver Alpha 156, Dave Messenger, Andy Hancock, Steve Potts, James Browning. They were all together for most of the race, really. And that's where I think a lot of the interest will be in this one too. So, Seeger leads the cars around to the grid in this green flag lap. A good look at Andy Robinson as he lines up. Car number 9. Behind him, car number 4 is the weight machine. He got caught up in a bit of first corner contact at Redgate in the first lap, which sort of compromised his race. He spent the rest of the time fighting back to an eventual finishing position of 7th. Final round then of the BRSCC Alfashop Alfa Romeo Championship will be 20 minutes in duration. Enjoying your live race day here at Donington Park. Go to the BRSCC. Don't forget to get in touch on Twitter. BRSCC Live. Know exactly what you're thinking, because we've seen some fantastic racing today, and it's been top quality entertainment as this race meeting always produces. It's very much an underrated race meeting, but finals weekend for BRSCC, there's one here and there's one at Silverstone as well today. This one has been particularly impressive, so hoping that the last 3 races of the day, of the weekend and of the year, BRSCC will continue to do it justice. Back row of the grid is formed then. So, James Nichols and Graham Seeger on the front row of the grid together. They had a great fight in race 1. The red lights go out now, and it's a great start from James Nichols from pole position. Not a good jump initially from Graham Seeger. And watch for Brian Shrub in the red car, because he made a good start in the first race as well. Brian Shrub, Chris Snowden, excuse me. Shrub has made a good start in the orange car. Snowden in the red car will slip into 4th place. Willino is going to go for 3rd. As into 2nd place, he's gone Vincent Dubois. Graham Seeger's gone backwards. So it's Nichols leading the way. Dubois, I think, is in second place, but Brian Shrub was trying to fight back as they went down through the crater curves. No, it is Dubois. Shrub, in fact, loses out now to Chris Snowden, so Snowden goes third, Shrub is fourth, Seeger fifth, then Andy Robinson is sixth place. Coming around the outside of him in car number 34 is George Osborne. He's had a good start. Where did George start? George started down in 8th place on the grid. There we saw a brief glimpse of Keith Waite. There is the Twin Star battle, and Matt Daly has got the better of James Ford. Look, the yellow car ahead of the red car. So Matt Daly has got into the lead in the Twin Spark category. Headlights blazed for both of them. Third place there is Tom Hill with James Bishop fourth. Those two were together for the whole of the first race. Bishop was unable to get through. Has a bit of better look in this one. Through Coppice then, there is Bishop, right behind Tom Hill. Through Coppice corner, out onto the straight, he ducks to the inside, and he might just have found an opening this time on the run down towards the exhibition straight. He's got two wheels on the grass. Tom Hill's really squeezing him over. This will not be pleasing James Bishop, but he needs to try and get through. He still has an outside chance in the championship here, especially if Graham Seeger in Class A doesn't get a good result. Out of the chicane he comes then. And as they streak up towards Redgate corner, and there was some good fighting going on in front as well. Chris Snowden and Vincent Dubois for second place. Someone's locked up at Redgate. Who was that? It was one of the leading group. They've all got safely through by the looks of it. Watching the Twin Spark group as well, but good fighting going on for second place. It's Nichols leads the way, Snowden second, Dubois third, Seeger's up into fourth now, got ahead of Brian Shrub there, Robinson down to sixth, Osborne seventh, then Daly is eighth and leading the Twin Sparks with James Ford behind, and then this is the fight for third in class between James Bishop, Tom Hill, then you've got Potts and Andy Hancock in there as well. Potts in the 21 machine. Potts. They head up towards Bronx Curve for the second time of asking them. A great battle going on for second place overall in the race. I can see out the window too. Through the right-hander of McLean's. Andy Hancock going to the picture. And up in front, that was, yes, Tom Hill defending from Steve Potts. Potts in the silver and orange. You don't see many Alphas in that colour, do you? But that one looks pretty good. Up in front, look at the fight for the lead in class though. James Ford's got up the inside of Matt Daly for the lead in the Twin Spark class. The red and the yellow car turn their way into the chicane, and yes, James Ford goes through. Skates a bit wide though, and Matt Daly's trying to get back alongside but can't do it. So James Ford gets the Twin Spark lead back. But now here comes Daly. He is fighting back actually as they come across the start finish line. Not quite alongside him, but he's certainly trying to force James to defend into the first turn, which he does. So look at the fight for the leading class. That forces Daly to maybe try and go around the outside, or maybe get a cutback on the exit, but Ford had both of those options covered. Back out onto the crater curves. So well, see now if James Ford can pull away from that Daly. First race, he beat Matt by 1.6 seconds in the end, but they were pretty close all race long. They go up towards the right-hander at McLean's corner for the third time. Fastest lap, by the way, went to Graham Seeger. He's now into second place overall at the front of the field, I can tell you. Graham Seeger is 1.7 seconds behind James Nichols. Fight for the Twin Spark lead then. James Ford versus Matt Daly. James Bishop is still in third place ahead of Tom Hill. Oh, well, we've had a change for the lead. I can see out of the window that Graham Seeger has gone past James Nichols, so Seeger is now into the lead of the race. So Seeger's gone through and by a second as well, so Nichols really going quite slowly on that last lap. It was a personal best lap actually. Seeger's just done 1:20.665. So Seeger then through into the lead. Nichols down to second. Oh, this Twin Spark battle is getting interesting, isn't it? As Steve Potts is wide out of Redgate corner. So Seeger now into the lead. Nichols second. Snowden third. Dubois is fourth. Shrub is fifth. Those two are very close together as well. Only a few tenths between them. There is Graham Seeger then, yes, so he's now in the race lead. Look, Chris Snowden's now caught James Nichols for second as well. So this is the fight for second place coming out of Coppice Corner then, down the back straight. And I don't know if James Nichols has got dramas here. His fastest lap in the first race was a 1 minute 20.007. His best of this is a 23.4 so far. But he did take a little time to get up to speed in race 1, I seem to remember, so I'm not panicking just yet. 75 and Chris Nobley's right with me. Alpha 75, that is car number 12. Across the line they go then. Seeger leads by 2 seconds. Nichols second. Look at the fight for fourth as well between Vincent Dubois and Brian Shrub. Shrub was closing in on Vincent, but not close enough to have a go into Redgate Corner, it seems. So there go the leaders down the hill through the crater curves. Big moment there for James Nichols. Yes, now I just noticed out the window as well that, yeah, this has changed for second place. James Bishop is now into second place. Now, Seeger's back into the lead of his class, but if Bishop could get a class win, that would probably earn him more points. I doubt it would be enough to take the championship, but coming into this round, he wasn't that far behind. He was only 8 points behind Graham Seeger coming into this weekend. He's got to try to keep James Ford behind him, though. Oh dear, that was close. James has a big wobble coming out of the corner and ends up all over the grass as well. Towards McLean's, they're starting to reel in Matt Daly, aren't they, as well? So Matt Daly, who is the class leader, is not that far ahead of them. As I suspect it might be the case, this is turning into one of the closest battles on the track. It's for the class victory. Towards the chicane, James Ford looks at the inside into the final turn. Get the wind spar point. Yeah, James Bishop's fairly clear of Tom Hill in the points. We've this one all we've had issues there for David Lambourne, who was going quite slowly. But look at Bishop. Bishop's on the inside of Ford, trying to defend this second place. Ford trying to attack around the outside then, in fact. Headlights blaze for James. He gets the tail hanging out on the exit of the corner, draws alongside, to the right, to the left, can't find a way through still. Fantastic racing this. Into the old hairpin then, and all the time they're fighting, you'd expect Matt Daly to be able to pull away, but he doesn't seem to have the pace to do so in this race. So Matt is having to watch his mirrors. The two 156s behind him are getting closer. Matt Daly in his 145. Same sort of era as those cars behind him, but smaller of course, slightly less aerodynamic. A little bit nippier maybe, a bit more nimble through the tighter stuff. But look at James Ford, quick out of McLean's, look to the inside of Bishop. Bishop's trying to defend and attack at the same time. This is a fantastic battle. Out of Coppice Corner, onto the back straight. Oh, and James Ford gets a good run out of the corner. They're going to be 3 abreast almost down the back straight now. Ford's on the inside of Bishop. Bishop's trying to get alongside. Oh, for the race lead as well. That got very tight. Contact made on the exhibition straight there, and Bishop smartly, I think, backed out of it. Out of the chicane they go then. James Ford now gets a good run out of the final turn. Tries to get alongside James Bishop into Redgate. Can he get alongside? No, he can't. And Bishop, in fact, is quite a bit later on the brakes into Redgate Corner. Keeps him at bay. We'll fight here further down the order as well between number 56, Michael Donahue, and in behind him is the number 30 car. That's Stacey Dennis. Black car. Almost tempted to say Dave Pinkney's driving that car, aren't you? That's very similar to the livery he used to run on his Alfa Romeo touring car. Same car, but this is a production-based version of it, 147. He loses out on the exit of the corner though, because diving through on the inside of Stacey is Andy Hancock, who's dropped several places since the start. In the first few laps, he was about 3 or 4 places further up the road, but he slipped backwards, starting to fight his way back again now though. Through the old hairpin back to goes. I've just been monitoring as well whilst this has all been going on. Yes, we've lost James Nichols. James Nichols has disappeared from second place, so I thought I saw him going slowly last time through. Brian Shrub has also come into the pit lane. So cars have been pulling off towards the sharp end of the field, unfortunately, but I don't know where James Nicholls is. He was going slowly across the line. He hasn't yet been through to complete this lap, so it's entirely possible that James has pulled off somewhere around the lap. Meanwhile, the fight for the Twin Spark lead is going to be interesting again as well. Car into the pit lane. This must be, yes, Brian Shrump's in front of me, and then here comes James Nicholls. So Nicholls unfortunately brings his ex-British touring car Alfa 147 into the pit lane. Can't see really what the issue is with that, but anyway, he's in, so too is Brian Shrum, which means that now Vincent Dubois is in second place, Andy Robinson is third, Chris Snowden's fourth, and Osborne is now fifth, with Matt Daly sixth. So the fight for the Twin Spark class lead is actually now a fight for sixth place overall. This is Ray Foley with Keith Waite behind him. So where's Dave Messenger? Yes, Waite's gone past Messenger on this lap, and it's closing in on Ray Foley, and that is for the class lead. This is for the class lead then, because Ray Foley is also running in the Power Trophy, and Keith Waite, who won the first race, is now right with him. So up towards the right-hander at Coppice Corner, and onto the back straight. We'll see. Keith should be able to go through. He's been quicker than Ray really all weekend. With all the car, of course, but he should be able to go through. Dave Messenger gets two wheels on the dirt behind. That was a good save. He was nearly heading off into the gravel trap. Here comes Keith Waite though. Keith Waite looking to the inside of Ray Foley. This is for the lead in the Power Trophy. No, couldn't get there. Foley late on the brakes. Newer car, newer brakes. Able to just brake quite a lot deeper into the corner. But then Waite carries more speed out of the corner. This fight is for 10th place overall as well. So a spot in the top 10 as well as the class lead. Up towards Redgate Corner. Pulls to the outside. And then we'll look to maybe get the switch back on the exit. Watch for the speed going down through the Craner curves. Can he draw himself alongside? No, not for the time being. They're dropping Dave Messenger now, as you'd expect, in his production car. His car's quite a bit more powerful and more tuned up, less standard, essentially. Proper racing cars, these cars. The old hairpinners. Keith Waite still can't get through. Someone's kicked up the dust in front of them, haven't they? All the cars up the road, giving wheel onto the grass. Next car is Tom Hill, who's running fourth place in the Twin Spark class at the moment. Matt Daly still leads that by 6/10 over James Bishop, who's 2/10 ahead of Ford, who's just 1.4 seconds ahead of Tom Hill. Back through Coppice onto the exhibition straight. They're about to catch one of the slower cars there in front of them. That's the number 32, which is David Lamboon, who was going quite slow earlier on. Not going again, but still going quite slowly, unfortunately. Right out of the way, may even be heading into the pit lane. No, just stays out of the way. Doesn't fall into the pit lane, but gets right out of the way of those cars. So Ray Foley for now is keeping Keith Waite at bay. Here's Graham Seeger though. Graham Seeger is now how far ahead of Snowden? Snowden is quite some way back, I'm going to say. Chris is pulling away though from Vincent Dubois, but Vincent Dubois has been caught by Andy Robinson in the third place fight. He's got close and off onto the gravel at Redgate goes number 56, was that? Michael Donahue, who went off, rejoins, loses a couple of places. That will drop him down in 20th position then. He's running 18th anyway. Andy Robinson had caught Vincent Dubois, but he now loses quite a lot of time on that lap. It was personal best for both of them. Robinson's lap was 2 seconds slower. Teague goes up through Trot's curve for the 11th time with 5.5 minutes still to go. Right, here is what looks like it's been a pretty bruising Twin Spark group, and they're getting more bruising because off goes James Bishop. Off goes to the man second place in the championship with skirts across the gravel and rejoins in the lead. Well, that won't be allowed to stand. He rejoins in front of James Ford, who he will have to let through because he was behind Ford when he went off. But now he's got Matt Daly going up the inside of him as well towards Redgate. This is getting very, very tight indeed. He wants to let Ford through without letting Daly through. But Ford now runs out wide, drops down to third place. So Bishop goes into the lead. Matt Daly goes second, and Bishop is, and Ford is now down to third. Here comes Daly though, trying to get back around the outside of Bishop for the race lead. Meanwhile, it's side by side for third, because Tom Hill is alongside James Ford as well. The race leader's down towards the old hairpin, and Bishop hangs on, but Hill goes into third place. James Ford sideways again in fourth, as Matt Daly's back alongside James Bishop for the class lead. What fabulous racing in the Twin Spark class, and Matt Daly is determined to try and get a race win here. Lost out to James Ford after a race-long tussle between two of them in race one. He's not going to let the same thing happen again in race two. Up the inside of James Bishop, there's still door handle to door handle. They made the odd little bit of contact, but it's been firm but fair racing so far. Tom Hill and James Ford are side by side again as well. They tip their way through Coppice. Daly goes back through to the lead, but Bishop tries to cut back up the inside. Ford's up along the side, Tom Hill as well. Down the back straight, 4 minutes left on the clock. This could all still change around. Any one of these four could still win the class. All pretty much, maybe apart from Tom Hill, had a go at leading it at some point in the race. But it's Matt Daly who's back out in front there. Bishop second, Ford, whose car is looking more and more tail-like every time I see it, is third. Tom Hill with a better than average chicane gets right back on his tail in fourth place. And now being caught by Ray Foley and Keith Waite as well, and that would be for position. Those two are both behind these leading four Twin Spark cars, but they're not in the same class. So Foley in car number 3 and car number 4, Keith Waite, they're in the Power Trophy class, not the Twin Spark class, but they want the overall positions if they can, because they're having their own teams on battles, so they won't want to be held up behind this lot for too long. Through the old head, and then Bishop closing back in on Matt Daly now. Through Starkeys, 3 minutes still to go. That's we get in this morning in the race. We've got 15 and they've completed 12 and a half now. More than that for Graham Seeger, probably, race leader. Matt Daly's really having to defend now this class lead. Look, Bishop all over him, heading towards Coppice, looks to the inside, looks to the outside, tries to force Daly to defend, but he too is having to defend from the dog-eared car of James Ford in third. Back onto the back straight again. Daly sits in the middle of the road, now starts drifting over to the right. Does he know he's going back to the left? He's leaving the door open invitingly here for James Bishop to maybe have a go. He sees to the fact that that's closed by the time they reach the brakes. Oh, and off has gone car number 86, that's the old hairpin, and it is... in addition to the programme, car number 86 is Andrew Bork. Andrew Bork is in the gravel trap down at the old hairpin, side by side for second though in the Twin Spark class. James Ford is now back alongside James Bishop as they head towards the first turn. They lean on each other, the wing mirrors get broken, and Bishop hangs on, but Ford will try and get the cut back on the exit. 2 minutes to go, and he is alongside, but they're now heading into a yellow flag zone because of the Bork car off down at the bottom of the hill. Now, Ford has gone through, and I think he got that done before the yellow flag zone, so that should be all right. Down the hill, he'll now try and chase on after Matt Daly. Trying to drop Ray Foley and Keith White again. They're not far behind them, but he is in the Twin Spark class as well. Lead gap, by the way, between Seeger and Snowden is now 27 seconds. Dubois still third. He's now 8 seconds ahead of Andy Robinson. Oh, James Ford sideways again now through McLean's. Have one more lap after this one. It's not. This one for this group, one more lap after this for the leader. And James Ford with a good run out of Coppice has maybe got himself alongside Matt Daly. No, Matt's actually still fairly comfortably in front. James Ford sideways again now into Robert Chicane. Still any one of these four can win it. Here they come then. Obviously they're the lap of the race, but there is Graham Seeger, and it might not be them because Graham Seeger's coming up to lap them. He's starting his last lap. If he laps this group, they'll lose a lap here in the race. James Ford goes to the inside nearly of Matt Daly through Redgate corner. But there's Graham Seeger, and this could be crucial because I think he's going to lap them, isn't he? And it could affect their battles on the last lap too. Goes to the outside of Tom Hill and James Bishop. They let him go because then they'll be hoping to follow him through when he goes and laps the two in front. Down the hill into the old hairpin. Bishop sideways, he tries to carry good mid-corner speed there and keep up with Graham Seeger. Seeger is leading the race overall. He's now lapping the race leaders in the Twin Spark class, so they will only get this lap. This will be the final lap for all of these cars. Oh, James Bishop locks up. Third place, is he in the gravel? I think he might be. Where's James? Yes, James Bishop's gone off. James Bishop's gone off of McLean's and off through the gravel trap, I think. So he drops in behind Tom Hill. Graham Seeger gets ahead of Matt Daly. I don't think Matt's going to get caught now, though, for the Twin Spark lead. Ford should be second. Third place is up for grabs, though, because Tom Hill is now under pressure from the recovering James Bishop. But here comes Graham Seeger then. He won the first race this morning. He's going to win the second one in even more dominant fashion. Comes across the start-finish line and Graham Seeger wins it. The Twin Spark class right behind him goes to Matt Daly. Second place, James Ford. Third is Tom Hill, just by 12 one-thousandths of a second over James Bishop for third place. Then Ray Foley is next up. He will win the Power Trophy. Here is the fight for second place, and Vincent Dubois has got past Chris Snowden on the last lap, but Snowden gets better run out of the chicane. They almost overlap and they go towards the start-finish line, and it will be Dubois who pips him on the last lap. Vincent Dubois set the fastest lap of the race on the penultimate lap, at 1 minute 20.107. 1 minute 20.107, so that was the quickest lap of the race, quicker than Graham Seeger had gone at any point, and he caught Chris Snowden, and then here is the last lap. So Dubois is second, Snowden is third, Robinson is in fourth, Osborne fifth, Daly sixth, then James Ford seventh, Tom Hill is eighth, James Bishop ninth, and Ray Foley is in 10th place. Had a few races today which had late twists. That one was another one. So a few cars, including James Ford's there, looking a little bit doggy after that race. So James Ford misses out on a class win then. Matt Daly gets one at least. Today. Late twist there, between themselves. Let's have a look at the results though. And it's Graham Seeger who wins it, and he wins the modified class as well. Vincent Dubois takes second on the last lap. Chris Snowden is third, Andy Robinson fourth, George Osborne fifth. Matt Daly is sixth, he wins the Twin Spark class. James Ford was second in that class, and Tom Hill third. James Bishop is ninth overall, fourth in the Twin Sparks, and Ray Foley is in 10th place. Keith Waite was second place. Ray Foley wins the Power Trophy, by the way. Keith Waite was second. Then Dave Messenger, 12th place overall. James Browning, 13th. Steve Potts, 14th. Josh Lambert, 15th. Andy Inman, 16th. Andy Hancock way down in 17th. 18th, Stacey Dennis. 19th, Michael Donoghue. 20th, Jeremy Chilton. Then Ron Davidson was a lap down. Paul Webster, David Lambourne, 2 laps down. Andrew Bork was a retirement. So too was James Nichols. And so unfortunately was Brian Shrub. Ray Foley wins the dominant race win for Graham Seeger, but a very